Hey there everyone, thank you for clicking into my channel. Here I'm going to cover extensively on driving Teslas in Canadian winters. I will try my best to record all my personal experiences day to day as I drive this car. I currently live in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winters here can sometimes go as low as minus 55 degrees Celsius, with a wind chill of course. Some days in Manitoba are literally colder than Mars. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about Teslas, but I rarely found any videos that demonstrates everyday driving and maintaining these cars over Canadian winters. I've been driving the 2020 Tesla Model 3 for a couple of weeks now, and so far the only regret I have is not buying or switching to electric even sooner. Don't get me wrong, these cars can cause minor inconveniences if you're not ready for it, that is. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve, but don't you worry. I'll be sure to cover that in today's video. So let's get down to 3 reasons why you should buy a 2020 Tesla Model 3 in Canada. Reason number 1. No more gas. This is the part I'm so freaking happy about. I used to spend like $200 to $300 in gas every month. After I got the Tesla, guess how much I spent on charging it this month? $31.29. My university has level 1 chargers that I can use for free. It does take like 3 to 4 hours to charge, which is quite a bit of a time, but I would have been there anyway attending my classes. And I also charge it once or twice a week. But say you want to charge your Tesla even faster. You can just go down to the superchargers in Polo Park and have it charged in like 20 to 30 minutes while you watch Netflix, YouTube, or play games, or 1,000 other things you can do for entertainment in the Tesla. As the weather gets warmer, charging time will substantially reduce. The Tesla superchargers usually cost me anywhere from $10 to $14 when I have an empty battery. This is still way better than getting gas for $40 to $50 every time you top up your tank. Now I can't end this segment without talking about range. The base Tesla Model 3 gives you 402 kilometers of range, with the long range going 518 kilometers. That is a lot more than any other electric vehicles offering at this time. In the winter time here in Canada, you do get a bit less than 402 kilometers as the HVAC system uses a lot of energy to heat up the cabin. You also lose a couple of kilometers when the car is parked outside and not in a heated garage. This happens as the battery has a heater to keep it from freezing overnight. You usually lose like 20 to 40 kilometers if your vehicle is parked outside. But if you have your Tesla plugged in overnight with the wall charger all Teslas come with, you don't lose anything, rather gain a little bit of range overnight. One last thing I want to mention before I end this segment, also the reason for a huge inflow of Teslas in Canada is that Tesla recently completed construction for all the superchargers in the electric highway here in Canada. This means you can literally go from one end of Canada to the other with your Tesla as you would do with your gasoline vehicle. Say for example, I want to do a road trip and visit my buddy out in St. Catharines, Ontario. I will have superchargers every 80 to 100 kilometers of my trip. Not that I need to stop at every one of them, but reassuring to know that they're there. The trip planner in your Tesla will tell you which superchargers you gotta stop at and for how long you need to charge in order to reach the next supercharger the Tesla trip planner has planned out for you. Reason number 2. No maintenance. Unlike a traditional gasoline vehicle where you gotta always top up your fluids, get oil changes, engine work and whatnot, the Tesla relieves you of all these things. The only thing you need to worry about in your Tesla is your windshield washer fluid, and that's it. There's no engine you gotta maintain or oil changes you need to get every 5,000 to 7,000 kilometers. Even the brake pads don't need to be changed because they're barely used as the car brakes automatically due to regenerative braking. This tweet from Elon Musk sums it up. The car comes with extensive warranty for the battery pack and all the other major instruments in the car. The only thing you need to worry about is rotating your tires every 6,250 miles or 10,000 kilometers and get new tires every 6 years. And now I come down to my last point, safety. As of April 2019, all cars being produced will have the capability to handle full self-driving whether you get the add-on or not. The car will use its full self-driving capability nonetheless to protect you from any imminent crashes from taking place. As you can see on the video that the car is capable of seeing more than the driver. It can see 2 to 3 cars ahead of you, 2 to 3 cars behind you, all the cars in your sides. Safety experts at Euro NCAP tested the Tesla Model 3 with all kinds of real-world situations, and the Model 3 passed with flying colors in all categories. Here you can see some examples of the Tesla Model 3 predicting a crash and autopilot taking over to avoid that crash. And this one's mainly for Canadian highways, as we need that extra help to avoid any accidents with any animals on the road. And if for some reason you had your crash avoidance system switched off in the car and you get into a head-on collision, you're more likely to walk away from that accident than if you were in another internal combustion engine vehicle. This is because all Teslas have just empty storage space at the front of the car rather than an engine. So when a Tesla gets into a head-on collision, most of the shock is taken away from the passengers due to the huge crumple zone at the front. There's obviously more reasons than just these 3 on why you should switch to a Tesla. Switching from a gasoline vehicle to a Tesla is like switching from a BlackBerry phone to an iPhone. I haven't even started to talk about autopilot, which is the most useful and important feature of this car. But I would need a dedicated video on just autopilot, as there's too much to cover. But for now, if you hate rush hour traffic or want to take a little bit stress off driving, autopilot does that for you, and you barely need to drive, you just observe. And amazingly, autopilot somehow manages to drive without lane lines inside the city. Watch my first video where the basic autopilot that comes with every Tesla had control over the driving session 99% of the time. I just had to intervene 23 seconds of the 28 minutes drive, which is very impressive if you ask me. You can also control the car and have the car come to you in a parking lot using the summon feature on your Tesla app. Also, you can set climate controls, flash your headlights, honk your horns, open windows, open the trunk and the frunk with the Tesla app. The car also has Sentry mode. This function uses all the 6 cameras of the car to record anyone who tries to break into the car. Those are some of the awesome features of this car from the future. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Also, I have my referral link in the description box down below. You can use it whenever you're buying a brand new Tesla to get 1500 kilometers of free supercharging in Canada, or 1000 miles of free supercharging in the US.